Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tracy Gohrick Light, Hope and Healing. I am a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor. I work with you to help you find out what's wrong, to get well and stay well. All these videos give you ideas to look at and give you tips on what to do to get better. So today I wanted to talk about what happens when you stop being triggered. So when you start to work on yourself and you start to improve and stop being triggered as much, because it won't ever go away. The triggers are always going to be there. The point is how quickly you stop yourself from letting your mind go crazy, right? From the triggers, because your mind will go crazy. Watch what happens, especially, so this is what I want to talk about. So as you start to get better from being triggered and you're not triggered as much, then you start to feel relief in your body. You start to have less stress. You start to have less anxiety. The pain and the illnesses might start to fade away. They will definitely go away as time happens because, it's taken a long time to get to where you're at with the pain and illness. So it's going to take time for it to go away. But start now, right? Start now to start working on the triggers. Stop being affected by what others say, what others do, how you're treated. And then, like I've said before, and how your children are treated or what's going on with your children. Okay? So when you start to do that, it starts to get better. Everything starts to get better. But another side effect of what happens is you will start to be shown more things. You're thinking, okay, you're going along like, I'm doing really good. I'm not getting triggered by things, right? I'm doing really good. And then something is shown to you again, wanting to show you. Let's make sure. Do you really have it? Because, you get out down the road and you're doing really good. But then you haven't, because you haven't paid attention, you're not getting the triggers because you're letting them go. But then another one that's a little bit bigger than what you're used to might come up and be shown to you to say, so here, are you really getting it? Are you really getting the triggers? Are you really not being triggered? Are you letting it not affect you? So when that happens, look at it as the beauty of it, that you are evolving, you're getting stronger, you're getting better, you're moving in the right direction when you're still shown things that will trigger you, because you're always going to have the triggers, right? And you'll be moving on. Like, this happens to me all the time. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm doing good, I got it. And then something will be shown to me. I'm like, okay, I got it, I still got it. And just keep working through the triggers, right? Because you don't have control over what triggers you. You don't have control of the things, not what triggers you. You do have control of what triggers you. What you don't have control over is what others are going to say, do, or how they treat you. Okay? So that's why it's really important. And I wanted to let you know, when you start working on it, more things are going to come up to show you. Say, are you really getting it? Because it's time to get it. It's time to move on and move forward with peace. And it's time to work on that. So that's, what we're dealing with right now, is trying to get through this, overcome these traumas from the past, because the traumas are what the triggers are. We're triggered from our past traumas. Okay, so it's just such a wide range of things, but you're being shown by being triggered what it is you need to work on. So when you start to work on it and you're getting better, you might be shown again in a stronger way, in a deeper level, what you need to work on still. Because it's always going to be a work in progress until we're not on earth anymore. We're always going to just be working at it. And it's not a bad thing, because the more you work on it, the better you get and the easier it gets to overcome. Sometimes it gets to the point where I just laugh. I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to be shown this today. And that's a good way to look at it too, on a trigger. It's like, okay, this is what we're going to deal with today. Okay, we can do this. We got it. So it was interesting, because when you start to overcome it and the triggers get stronger or the situations get stronger, and you can get through something that happens to you in a smooth way rather than I want to say overreacting, because there's no overreacting. But we'll use overreacting. Without overreacting, things will go better for you. So it's the more work you do, then the better it gets, right? So I want to tell you a situation. So the point is, stay calm. Stay calm when things happen. Stay calm when things are thrown at you. Don't go into the stress, anxiety, fight, or flight. Take a step back. We got this. We'll handle it. So we were at the state tournament for my son, my youngest son. And there was a lot going on with that because we knew this is our youngest, and they've all played sports all the time. So this was going to be the last games that we had that weekend. And so I'm excited, I'm excited for that. But there's always the underlying, a little bit of sadness because you're not going to be watching your children play sports in that way anymore. So there was that hanging over, right? Kind of in my mind. It was something I was working through, like, it's going to be okay. And when I say this, it wasn't bad because I am excited. I'm excited for my son to be done with high school. I'm excited for him to move on and do what he wants with his life, right? So I am so excited for that. And I'm not really sad about that, but there is always this little part where you're like, you're going to not have that anymore. And so that was underlying there for me, right? So there was that. We knew it was the last time they'd play in the state tournament, which was awesome that they got to play in the state tournament. And so there was these underlying things, and him graduating. There's just this underlying stuff, which I'm doing good with it, but there's still a little bit underneath where you have the feeling like, okay, this is my baby, So we go to we get up to the state tournament in Albuquerque, and we get up the next morning ready to go to the games, and we go to breakfast, and my son calls me that he forgot his cleats. Like, oh no. I mean, literally, we have a couple hours before the game starts, and it's pretty early in the morning. So I'm like, it's okay. It's all going to be okay. I'm telling him because he's freaking out. He's never forgotten his cleats ever in all the years. None of my kids in all the years have forgotten their cleats. And this last time we're playing sports, he forgot his cleats. So I'm talking him down like, it's going to be okay. Don't worry. We'll get the cleats to you. Just relax. So we had to go buy some cleats. So we went to the store, bought the cleats, and I knew he was panicking, and I didn't want it to ruin his, the game, because, you go in it with the messed up mindset because you're stressed out about the shoes. It messes up your game. And so I tried to keep him calm. We went and got the shoes. We actually got them to him before they left the hotel to go to the field. So it was all great. Everything ran smoothly, right? And then he played really well still. They lost the game, but he played really well that game. And then, though, the shoes didn't fit. And so it was funny. He calls like, they don't fit. I'm like, it's okay. It's all right. So he actually was able to borrow a pair of shoes that fit him really well and played in the game. And then, so there was the fact of, and I would have never done this before. I've been like, oh, well, we need to get those shoes and get a return and get our money back. And I was like, no, I don't care. I gave my son peace for that game. We stayed in a peaceful moment or time without letting something trigger us. And both me and my husband. And it was the best time because I didn't care. I didn't care if I got the money back for the shoes. I just didn't care. And it was amazing to get to that point. And let me tell you, I was not there before. Not before, but at one point I was not there. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I would have panicked. I would have freaked out, and everything would have fallen apart. Because that's the point in part of what I'm telling you. It's staying in the flow, even when you're shown things that you thought you would overcome. Staying calm, that will get you things will go much smoother, and you'll have a better outcome if you can stay calm and not get worked up about it. And it did. We had an easy ride to get to the shoes to him. We just were more at peace. And things come together when you can stay at peace. So when you're triggered and you're triggered again on something you thought you'd work through, just remember, it's just showing you. Are you really over it, or is there something deeper that you need to look at? And then remember, stay as calm as possible and just know it's going to be okay. It's going to work out. Because when you do that, you're manifesting that it's going to work out. So I told this story before because this came to mind along the lines of this. A few years ago when my last son graduated, we flew to Mexico. And we had to get there really early to fly out. So we got there really early. Things got so messed up. Our flight was canceled. So we were late. Then we were late. We were going to be late getting into, I think it was Dallas. And so we were going to miss the flight from Dallas to Mexico. And there was no way to fix it. No way for us to get in an earlier flight or anything. And at first I was getting really upset. And then no, we all just got calm and were just like, whatever happens. We ended up spending the whole day in the airport in El Paso. The whole day before we got on a flight. And nobody was upset. Nobody was worked up. There's not a lot of places to eat at in the El Paso airport, let me tell you. But we hung out. Nobody got bothered or upset. And it was the best time. We got into Dallas, spent the night in a hotel, got up the next morning and got to Mexico. And we had the best trip. And it was one day short, but that's okay. We didn't react or be triggered by the situation because it wasn't fair. We were losing a night in our vacation. You know, we could have done that. And let me tell you, we're talking 5 people here. 5 people, and we all just went with it. We had a great time eating food in the El Paso airport. We had a great time getting into this fun, nice hotel in Dallas and spending the night. But let me tell you, it was thing after thing after thing on that flight out that kept happening because we were literally there. We had to fly out like at 6 in the morning. I don't think we flew out till like 4 in the afternoon. But we all just went with it rather than fight it. So when you can overcome the things and overcome your triggers, and then when you're shown more triggers at a harder level, and you just keep moving, you can see the joy and the peace that you can have when you do that. Right? So that's what I've got for today. I hope this helped you. If you feel like you need more, I have the membership group. All these videos give you the tips and the ideas about what could be going on with you and how to fix them. If you need more help, I have a membership group. It's $9.99 a month. And you get the accountability there. Because you can watch these videos and you're like, yeah, I got it. But then you do it for a couple days and you forget and you fall off. So come join us. All the stuff's in the description below. If you have any questions, you can email me. That's in the description below too. So get comfortable. Get ready. We'll do the healing meditation. Now, if you're driving or using heavy equipment, please stop the video now and come back at a later time when you are no longer driving or using heavy equipment. This can put you out of sorts, could be a little lightheaded. You just don't want to be doing anything. It's better just to be sitting quiet, to be safe, because it is a meditation, so you kind of lose a little bit of focus. All right, so get comfortable and let's do the healing meditation now. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Hold it and then exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it and then exhale. This time a deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale everything into the violet flame that's no longer serving you. All right, now we're going to imagine this violet flame around your body. It's below your feet, coming up and around and through your whole body. It's cleansing, clearing, and purifying everything. Any negative thoughts, any anger, stress, frustration, just put it in the violet flame. Now, anything you feel that's come from others, any arguments you've had, any traffic situations, because when somebody gets mad, that energy does come at you, and you want to just put it in the violet flame and release it because it's not yours, it's theirs. And then finally, anything from the consciousness you feel you're picking up on. Any of the heaviness, the fear, the anxiety, the stress, because there's a lot of that right now. Any anger, just put it in the violet flame because we can be affected by the consciousness of others. All right, we're going to leave that violet flame there for the healing. I want you to imagine this gold light coming down from God's source. Whatever it is your belief is, it splits apart there, goes all the way around to below your feet and connects where you're in this bubble of gold light of protection. I want you now again to imagine this gold light coming down into the top of your head. It's going to go all the way down to your heart. This gold light's going to fill up your heart. I want you to open your heart up, and I want you to send gold light now to those that have harmed you. Now remember, this is to heal the situation for you, not them. You don't need to be around them. You don't need to talk to them, but you want to heal the situation for you. So send that gold light now to those. This is a very important tool for you. It's about releasing and letting go where you've been hurt and being able to move on. All right, now I want you to add sending gold light to people you may have harmed. Consciously or unconsciously, we've all done it. So if you can't think of anything, put it with the intention that it goes to those you may have harmed. So do that now. Now I want you to add sending gold light to all of your family. So add sending it to your family now. Now I want you to add sending gold light to everyone in your city. Doing this stuff is how it helps the consciousness raise the vibration, just having that light there for those who wish to have it. Now add sending gold light to everyone in your state. Now add sending gold light to everyone in your country. And now add sending gold light to everyone around the world. All right, when you feel that's done, bring the gold light back into your heart. Leave your heart open. Now you're going to take that gold light down your spine, all the way to your hips. It's going to split at your hips, go down both legs, out the bottom of your feet, down into Mother Earth, wraps around the crystals of Mother Earth, comes back up your feet, up your legs, connects back at your spine, all the way up your spine, out the top of your head, all the way up to God's source, and then back down into the top of your head. So you're getting healing energy from God's source, earth, the crystals, and I'll send healing energy that's coming through me from all of those things. So sit back and relax, and I will send it now. right, take a deep breath in, hold it, and then exhale everything that come up that needs to be released into that violet flame that's around you. Go ahead and open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes, help yourself come back into your body fully. All right, so that's what I have for today. You have a great day. Remember, go do something you love, something that brings you joy, lifts you up. At least one thing every day, where it's sing, dance, run around the yard, whatever it is, go do it. Then do one thing of self-care, pray, meditate, take an Epsom salt bath, tea, whatever that is. Do at least one self-care every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything. And when you see something that stands out, say it to somebody. Lift them up and lift yourself up. And then finally write 10 things you're grateful for. Start doing these things, and I promise you, you are going to see a difference in your life. So have a great day. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.